So the Springboks have very recently announced their side that will be travelling to Argentina. Now, they've lost a few players, and before we jump into the squad, we're actually going to let you know exactly who has been left behind. First of all, it is Bongio Manambi, Franz Malharba, Peter Steftotoy, Sasha Feinberg, Ngume Zulu, which is a bit of a surprise, as some people thought maybe these games up against Argentina would be the perfect chance for him. Damien Dearlinde, Cheslin Colby, then also Willy LaRue. So they are all the players who have been left behind. So straight away when we see Willy LaRue's name on there, that means we're going to see a bit more of Apalele Fasi, I would think, in these games. Up against the Pumas, but jumping into the props, it is Peter Steftotoy, Oxnashare, Gerhard Stennekamp, and then also Vincent Koch. So no Steven Kitsoff. Did you laugh at Koch?
So sorry. I'm so sorry.
So no Steven Kitsoff in the overall squad heading to Argentina, but I do suspect we will see him a little bit when it comes to the match taking place in South Africa for the hookers. This is where they have got Johan Grobler as well as Malcolm Marx, so 2 players rather than the 3 that we are used to seeing. Like I mentioned, Bongio Manambi not travelling. With the squad in the locks, it is Eben Etzebeth, Nicholas Jansi van Rensburg, Selman Murat, and Ruan Nokia. So the locks are still a little bit of a talking point at the moment, and the loose forwards for the players they've selected, Ben Jason Dixon, Sia Khaleesi, the fact that that man's gone to Argentina after the fact that he got his face busted up, or I think it's actually his nose, but the fact that he's still playing is remarkable. And it just shows how much he wants this rugby championship. At the end of the day, Springboks only need maybe 1 point, I believe, to be able to secure the competition. And Sia Khaleesi wants to be there in every single match that he can to help his side towards that goal. Elric Lowe is also in the loose forward trio, so we will more than likely see him and Jasper Visa both jockeying for that number 8 jersey. Quagga Smith, the super sub, Mako van Staden, and then, like I mentioned, Jasper Visa still there with the loose forwards. And the utility forwards, they also do have Jan Hendrik Wessels. He's a man who can play prop or he can actually play hooker. So a massively handy player to have, and actually probably the reason that they've only taken the 2 hookers, because they've got Jan Hendrik Wessels in the scrum halves. This is where we see Jaden Hendrickse, Kobus Reiner in the fly halves. This is where we do see Mani Libok as well as Hondre Pollard. So no Sasha means that Mani Libok finally going to get some minutes for the Springboks. He has been waiting a very long time to get that opportunity. Lukanya Wam and Jesse Creel in the centres, so no Damien Dearlinde, and then in the outside backs it is Kutli Aronsa, Apalele Fasi, and Makazoli Mapimpi. Mapimpi missing the second match up against New Zealand due to the birth of his child, but he is now back in the side. Kutli Aronsa coming back from his head knock, and then you've got Apalele Fasi, who I believe will be the 15 for this contest, and then Kanan Moody, the last man in the Springbok squad, travelling to Argentina. But they've got 1 match in 2 weeks' time. We are going to be doing the live commentary on the channel, but do let me know what you think of the squad. What kind of lineup could we be seeing? Of course, we will have a prediction a little bit closer to the kickoff, like I mentioned, still a wee way away, but it's nice to see the mix of the experience as well as the inexperience, plus some good rest time for some of those guys who have been working extremely hard, such as a Peter Steftotoy, who has had some brilliant games throughout this Rugby Championship. But nonetheless, if you did enjoy, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Some might have noticed slightly different background. We'll be back to the normal one in the near future, but I will see you all for the next one.